What's up, guys, and welcome back to Wake Up Entertainment. So, there's something really surprising that is occurring on social media with regards to Vusi Khoza, because this guy Vusi, he is currently with the Labour Party, but on social media, he was campaigning for Floyd Shivambu's new political party, more of like supporting Floyd's motive and moves to establish this new political party. Obviously, we all know that Vusi Khoza is a former EFF member. He is a former MK member, and he is currently with the Labour Party. I'm sure of that. But there are several tweets, that I'm going to be reading right now that were posted by Vusi Khoza. He was posting these tweets on his social media account. So Vusi was saying, you know what? We stood with Zuma when he was victimized. We stood with him, when he was victimized. Vusi Khoza is recalling, that period when Jacob Zuma faced persecution during and after his presidency. And Vusa is framing that moment, as unjust, and was reaffirming his solidarity with Jacob Zuma. And he also went on to say, when Malema was victimized, we stood with him. And you can go back to the time when Julius Malema was expelled from the ANC and politically isolated. So a few people dared to support Julius Malema, but Vusi Khoza stood up, and defended Malema. And now Vusi Khoza is coming in and saying, you know what? Floyd Shivambu is being victimized and we stand with him. So this same principle of Vusi Khoza, he is applying it to Floyd Shivambu and saying, you know what? Whatever internal or external forces that are moving against Floyd, Vusi Khoza is seeing these, as a script that is being like reshuffled over and over again. And he's saying, you know what, if you have a problem with that, that's your problem, not ours. So that line, is very bold and kind of like confrontational. It's drawing a clear boundary, he's not seeking approval from anyone, no debating with anyone. But this guy is with the Labour Party, But anyway, he is refusing to be controlled by anyone. It's a powerful shot, showcasing that this guy is independent. He is freedom, from centralized control, especially from any other party. So Vusi Khoza clearly siding with Floyd, as the next political torchbearer. And there's a part, that really got me interested, and it's that part, where Vusi Khoza was talking about that they are going to be attending this consultative process that is going to be held by Floyd Shivambu, and they're going to be throwing, not throwing, but Vusi Khoza is going to be giving his own views about whether a new political party is needed or not, and he's going to be hearing these views. So that's Vusi Khoza, showcasing support and already registering again that he's going to be present at those not press conferences, but the consultative process that is going to be held by Floyd Shivambu. Now, on social media, people, they always talk, they never run out of words. And one thing, that people were talking about is that Vusi Khoza, they were saying Vusi Khoza is now applying, for a post at Floyd Shivambu's new political party, because, Vusi Khoza is moved from EFF. There's another party in between there, forgotten. He went to MK and is now at the Labour Party. So they are saying, you know what, this guy is like a tourist, he's now already campaigning for a new post at Floyd Shivambu's new party. Well, that is up for debate in itself. It's something debatable, but I doubt if Vusi Khoza is campaigning for a post at Shivambu's new party. So this is loyalty by Vusi Khoza to Floyd Shivambu, but the big question that we have to ask now is that Vusi Khoza himself, whom is he loyal to? Like, whom is he loyal to? Because you have to show some loyalty, to at least a party that you are with. Because if I'm with the Labour Party, then Vusi Khoza, what is he trying to say here? I'm going to be scratching my head and be like, this guy, where is he? What does he really represent, Because you have to show some allegiance, at least to one thing, for us to believe in whatever that you're saying. Because it becomes very hard. But anyway, nowadays, there's this new thing that is trending. And this new thing that is trending, it is that of dual membership. And I'm sure you've heard Floyd saying that I'm an MK party member. He literally pulled a Zuma on Zuma, like stealing a page from Jacob Zuma's book by saying that I'm a member of MK party. No matter what you may say, I'm a member of that party. So this is trending, being a member of the other party, even though you are not in that party. But so is this what Vusi Khoza is doing here by saying I'm a member of Labour, but I'm going to be with Floyd and loyal to Floyd? But that is what Vusi Khoza literally said, campaigning for Floyd Shivambu. But there is one problem, with Vusi Khoza, with the way that he is moving. He has to show consistency, in as much as he is aligning himself, with those he sees as being attacked by the system or whatever, whether they are in the ANC, opposition or whatever. There has to be some consistency. Or maybe the best part is for him to start his own thing and move around like that. Because if you are under another party, and you start saying things like what he is saying, it becomes really difficult, for others to try and comprehend whatever that you're saying. Others will fail to understand that. But the best move is for Vusi Khoza, to really start his own thing. I think it's much, much better that way, for him to start his own thing. At least that is my view from Vusi Khoza and all of his posts as he was campaigning for Floyd Shivambu, and seeing his views.